Welcome to Golden Years. I'm Lori Betts. This month, my special guest is Roger Nair from Keller Williams. He is a realtor, and he's going to tell us a few things about what's happening in the market of selling your home.
You are there for them. We are here for you. Find free care guides at aarp.org/caregiving.
Hi, welcome to Golden Years. I'm Lori Betts. This month, I am interviewing Roger Nair from Keller Williams. He is a realtor, and I knew you way back in the world when you were into landscaping.
Mm-hmm.
So you went from landscaping to selling houses.
Much easier on the body.
Oh, I bet. I'm sure. Sure, because you're outside.
Oh, yeah.
You're lifting, you're moving. So this way, all you have to do is just walk into houses and try to sell them.
That's right.
So I want to know, and I want you to try to help my viewers,
okay.
What now with doing, after COVID, well, when COVID hit, everything came to a halt.
Yes.
How did you guys survive that, selling houses?
Well, we sent out emails to all the area agents and said, if you have showings and you don't feel comfortable going out, we'll do them for you. So we still did showings, residential and commercial wise. The biggest thing we realized is commercial interest died down because there wasn't as much office space. After COVID, people have condensed sizes, so that part slowed. It's starting to get back to where it was in the last 3 months now.
And everyone was at home.
Yep.
So why jump into renting a building
Right.
and have office space? Because everyone got into the cozy fact that they could stay at home and their businesses could go on.
Correct.
But I think that kind of is changing again. It's
It
like
is.
it all goes into cycles.
It's a circle, yep. Mm-hmm. It always changes. That's one thing you can count on in life. Everything changes continuously.
So now houses are, let's see, so it ebbs and flows.
Mm-hmm.
So houses right now, they are going crazy.
In this area, if you're 150 to 250, they go quickly. If they're priced at that price range, you get multiple offers sometimes. Sometimes you get over asking. You get up above 350, it's a little bit different buying group. So those are still on the market for a while. You don't see them going over asking too much.
But the bidding wars are going on.
Yep, for that $250,000 price range, if it's in like Brunswick or Medina and it's a solid house, you'll have 70 people through on a Saturday, Sunday, and 4, 5, 6 offers. So it's crazy. Yeah.
So then does the seller, do they get involved and do they get to say?
Yeah, they can accept or not accept. It's just like a competition for their house. Where it's hard on is like us representing a buyer as an agent. Instead of showing someone 8 homes, we got to show them 50 homes to get one under contract. So you're getting defeated all the time. We didn't get an accepted offer. No, we didn't get an accepted offer. So you got to keep going back to the drawing board.
And you're competing with other real estates too,
absolutely.
right? Because it's open to everybody.
Yep.
And how has the world changed with all the houses online now?
Everybody's using the internet. Mm-hmm. The open house signs, the signs on the corner, we're going to have this house open on a Sunday, that's like obsolete. Everything's done on the internet. I'd say 95% of it.
So open houses are like rare? Or?
They're rare. We just started doing a few for some of the younger agents on our team to train them how to hold one. But for like the last year and a half, we probably didn't even need them because houses are going as soon as you put it on the market within a few days, if it's priced correctly.
So do you think that's going to tone down?
No. Right now, there's probably 5 times as many buyers as there are houses. It's there's uncertainty right now for the last couple months with raising interest rates and everything, so that's kind of slowed down, but it's picking back up again. I think the interest rates are going to level out a little bit and make it, even the interest rates we have now, when I bought my first house, I was like a 13, 14% interest rate.
So are we.
So 5.5, 6, that's still a good rate.
Yeah.
I don't think we're ever going to see 2.5, 3% again though.
So, and I do a lot of working now because I have a puppy. So I see a lot of people when after their house sells, I mean, all of a sudden everything comes out of the house.
Right.
I see sinks, I see cabinets, I see carpeting. So is that what people are doing? Is that the new buyers or
Well, yeah, I mean,
sellers?
I know your neighborhood and the age of the neighborhood. It seems like every 20 years people do like a remodel upgrade. There's a difference from updated with new carpeting and paint to upgraded stainless steel appliances, granite or quartz, new kitchen cabinets, new waterproof vinyl flooring in there like the builders put in their new homes. That's an upgrade. Updating is just like carpet, paint, that kind of stuff, a good cleaning. So people are buying these houses and saying, hey, out with the old, let's get an open floor plan, let's do some renovations in here. So that's what's happened with that.
And that's interesting because you figure these people are paying more for the house.
Yep.
So how do they have extra money to do all this reconstruction before they
Money is still flowing. People with money are still buying. So that the want is still there. Plus, when the rates were lower, they were getting more of a home than they could traditionally afford if the rates were 7, 8% as they were a few years ago. So they, instead of buying a $300,000 house, now they can buy a $400,000. And people want a turnkey house. Most people want that. They want to be able to come in and see that, oh, it's perfect. I don't have to do anything. So that's what people are looking for.
Yeah, no extra work.
Yeah, no extra work.
So yeah, because as the generations go on, I
Right.
mean, when we got married, Greg gutted the house in Parma. So, and he was young enough to do it.
Right.
And we had time that he can, still work his job and then go in and like
Right.
got the kitchen, got
Yeah.
some of the bedrooms.
Did a lot of stuff yourself.
Correct.
Right.
So are the generations coming up now, are they still doing that or they just want?
Some do. I mean, a lot of the younger millennials, they don't want the yard to take care of. They're looking more like a condo living with associations in place. They don't want the responsibility of a house, of hot water tank going bad. Then you still have that buying sector that they get that. They want the house. They want that home ownership pride. So you still get that.
Yeah, because you do see a lot of redwoods going up.
Yep.
And that's
Oh, yeah.
rent, right? That's not buy, it's
That's
rent.
rental, and those rents are $1,400, $2,400 a month.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Well, the one plus is though you have the garage
Sure.
that you could drive in,
Yep.
and it's like a little condo. But yeah, you're putting all that money out
As
every.
fast as they're building them, they're getting full, and there's a waiting list.
That is
So
just
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's just interesting.
is.
And I know a couple of people were telling me that they sold their house, let's say a year ago when it was it was crazier than now.
Right.
And they figured they would go rent somewhere
Right.
and then build.
I've had several that, even I have family members coming up, hey, should I take advantage and sell my house now? I can make more money now. It's at all-time level high. I said, you can, but what are you going to do? They said, well, I'm going to go buy another house. I go, well, you're going to buy that same house, but you're going to pay $100,000 more for it because you got $100,000 more for your house. So it's like an equal trade.
Really?
So you really want to do that? So you just try to educate them so they understand.
Yeah, and that does take education because,
Yep.
like you said, people think, okay, I could get all this money for my house. Right now is the time to sell it. Then where are you going to go?
All right.
And you're going to be, if you decide to rent, and there's not a lot of places being rented right now unless you want to pay, like you
Right.
said, the top dollar.
Right. Rental houses in this area, Brunswick or Medina, we did one about a month ago. We had over 70 calls on it to rent at $1,500 a month. And the phone was just ringing. People they want rentals in this area. It's a really hot area for rental homes. So the market's good for that. So every time we get a rental, most agents don't want to mess with it. I don't mind it because I'll hold the house open for an hour, tell everybody to come, fill out a rental application. And it's crazy watching the people just come through the doors just to be able to get a chance to lease that house.
That is interesting. So what do you, let's say the elderly, okay, so the kids are involved and they said, okay, we have to do something with mom's house. What would you tell the older children? To gut it?
No, that's a major undertaking to gut it and get it to today's standards. I would probably say just get it where it's clean and sellable. Because if you decide you're going to paint or put new flooring down, how do you know the buyer comes in and goes, who would paint the house this color and this carpet's ugly? I don't want carpet, I want the new vinyl. So I would just say, lower your expectations a little bit, save yourself a lot of headache and time and frustration by remodeling and bringing contractors in, which right now it's hard to get material or contractors. Put it on the market and let the next party who's going to buy it deal with making it their home.
Yeah.
So it's a lot easier because it's hard to tell what the new buyer wants. I'll take 5 people through a house, all 5 got different opinions.
Oh, true.
You know,
Good point.
I hate that red wall. The next person goes, oh, I love that red wall. So you never know. Everybody has different likes.
Exactly,
Yep.
exactly. I know when we sold my mother's condo in Northfield Center, I said to my sisters, I said, sell it as is.
Right. Yep.
You know, because they're going to come in, they're going to want to do what they want to do. I offered to put on a new garage door, and they said no.
Right.
Don't even do it.
I agree.
Don't even work in the price. You know, we're just going to buy it as
Right.
is, and we'll move forward.
Smart move, yep.
Yeah, because everything is just so crazy now.
It is.
You said like the cost. The cost is higher.
Yep.
And even material, I mean, people buying, I see now that COVID is like,
Right.
I guess at a minimal. You see developments kicking in now, again, new developments.
Right, and that's picked up recently because there's not a lot of existing inventory. When everything went bad in 09, 10, 2010, you had like 5 times the amount of homes available as there were buyers. Now it's flipped. Now you have just a small amount of homes available and all these people that want to buy, so their only other option is to go with new construction. So we do help a lot of people with like Dries Homes, Ryan Homes, KO Vanian. We put them with these builders. We work with a couple of custom builders that we work with. If they, you know, they want a nice $550,000, $600,000 house, we have custom builders we work with. So that's the only other option if there's not a used inventory at that price they're looking for. You know, so they look at how much I got to put into it, how much I'm paying for it. It might be cheaper just to go build a new one. So
It's just amazing.
the cycle's always changing. It's
Oh, I
always
bet,
changing.
I bet. And then you have different people. I mean, like you said, the millenniums like this, and they want to do it this way.
I had a gentleman, he was a mentor of mine for many, many years when I was a young kid, and he passed away earlier this year, and I went to the wake, and he's a local person from around here, and his daughters called me up about 2 months later and said, hey, would you like to sell my dad's house? I said I'd be honored to. So I went in there, and the house has not been touched since 1970. So we put it out there. They had an appraisal done on the house for $188,000. She goes, my one nephew would like to buy it if its value comes in at $188,000. I said I'd probably list it at $229,000, and it's in Brunswick here. We had a whole bunch of showings, negative feedback, price too high, too much work to do. Then I got an offer for $250,000. And I asked the guy why they're willing to do this. He said we lost out on 47 houses they wrote offers on. This was the 48th.
Oh my
Yep.
gosh. That just blows my mind.
It's crazy. Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
it's an interesting time.
That's why you got to work harder with the buyers, because it's not as easy as setting up a Saturday and showing a bunch of houses and making an offer on 1 or 2.
Yeah. And back in the day too, you don't even know when you were showing the houses at open houses. You don't know if people are just traveling in just to be nosy.
Sure.
Are they really interested in buying?
Right.
Okay, we're going to take a real quick short break, and then we're going to come back and learn more about what's going on.
Sounds good.
My Shiro doesn't always wear a cape, but she always has time for a hug, a smile, for going the extra mile. My Shiro stretches every dollar, puts in long hours, puts others first. But now it's your time, Mom. When you're ready to retire, we want you to be able to enjoy it. It's time to start saving now. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
You're watching The Fact.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music.
Yeah.
Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Welcome back to Golden Years. I'm interviewing Roger Nair, and he is from Keller Williams. And let's talk real quick about your team. You said that you work with a team.
Yes. Our team's got about 15 different agents on there, a couple part-time, most full-time. This is their career. We have a full-time admin and a part-time admin, and we have a couple runners. What I consider a runner, a person that takes lock boxes off of doors, picks up signs, puts in signs, dropping off earnest money checks for us. So basically it's turnkey. I mean, my job is to network, meet the people, keep the business going. And we have enough workflow that all the agents stay busy. And then everybody behind the scenes, we got the staff that people never meet, just keeps it a smooth operation.
Okay.
So I think we're like a well-oiled machine is what I think.
So how does someone, okay, let's say Mrs. Jones does pass.
Yes.
And then the kids, everything is in an estate, or they thought so. So, you got to make sure signatures are on all the documents before any movement can be made?
Correct. Basically, anybody can list the house, but to sign a contract and execute a formal agreement like that, it's got to be by someone who has authority. It's either got to be like a husband and a wife or a sister that's responsible, head of the estate, head of the trust. Typically, a lot of lawyers will call us up and give us a heads up that Mrs. Jones's kids are going to give us a call. Mrs. Jones passed away. We're 2 months into the probate process, and we should have an answer in the next 30 to 60 days where this can transfer title. So we let the family know that what the next steps are going to be. Once we do the showings, we put in broker marks that the closing date is to be decided. This is a trust or this is an estate. And then the agents talk amongst themselves a little bit just so they can prepare their client, the buyer, and I prepare my client, the seller, of what to expect coming up. It's not like it's a roadblock, it's a timing thing. So that's the only thing.
Okay. Do you have the kids involved? Like, let's say there's 3-4 kids.
Like kids of the family. Sometimes.
Siblings,
Yeah, siblings. Sometimes they can't agree, but usually one person is the decision maker. They're appointed like the trustee. Or head of the estate.
If their ducks are in a row.
Right, if their ducks are in a row. Yeah, because everybody's got a different opinion, and that can happen with net proceeds. Well, how much do we all get? Is there different percentages? That can cause a problem. So I had a deal fall apart one time because the siblings could not agree. It just voided out. The buyer got tired of waiting, and it was a headache for me. It wasn't worth it because it went on for like a year. And if I told you it was over $150 that each kid would get differently, that's exactly the amount it was for.
That's
and it's crazy.
Sad.
Just greedy kill you. So
They say money is the root of all
that's
evil.
right. That's right.
Okay, so Mrs. Jones dies. The person or one of the kids never had anything to do with realty. So what do you look for in a good, reputable realtor?
Well, I mean, signs around the neighborhood, who's the real estate agent you see as you're going around corners, what names are on signs. I'm sure they're fluent with the internet. You can Google agents and things like that now. If they don't have a family member that they can trust, sometimes that's not always a good thing to use a family member.
True.
But what I tell my people that I'm going to work hard for you. Speed wins. I get back to people quickly, texting, emails, phone calls. You want answers. This is an important decision for someone that they got to take care of to wrap up their family's estate. They don't want to wait days to get an answer for a question they have. So it goes back to timeliness, getting people ready to go, and feedback, getting back right away to people. So that's what I thrive with my people. I tell everybody speed wins. If you get back to people quick, they're going to be happy.
Oh, sure.
So,
yeah. So when we were talking about rental, in the millenniums. So do some of these kids think, okay, let's rent mom's house?
We have one right now that's been for sale for 4 years. We don't have the listing anymore. We could have filled it for them very easily for rental. And there's companies out there that will rent that house for like 10% of the rent, and they'll manage it for you. So instead of just seeing that house sit there for 4 years, no action, grass cutting, taxes paid, utility bills paid, they could have made $50,000, $80,000 over the last 4 years in rent. So most of them don't want to have to mess with that or buying one of the partners out to make that decision. So most of the times they're in an estate, they want it sold, done, finalized, no ties to the house. Now they are like, say, one of the siblings might want to buy it for themselves to live in. Simple, we get it appraised for them and then get them 2 or 3 appraisals. They can make an educated decision and decide to sell it for them. We'll go through the whole process. We'll get them set up with a lender, title company. We'll make sure that the transition is super smooth. We have all the resources for that.
So, and in this world of the bidding wars, do the inspections, are they popular right now, house inspections?
This last year, a lot of offers are being written without inspections. If it's a highly competitive offer, I can tell when I pull up to the house if there's 20 cars in the driveway and on the street and you've got people coming in and out, it's going to be a lot of offers and over asking. It's not the right thing to do because you always want to know what's behind the walls, the basement, the electrical safety items, is there mold in the attic, things like that. But people are bypassing inspections just to give themselves one more, stepping block to get the house under contract. So that part is slowing down a little bit right now. So people are starting to bring that back. I'd recommend you always get a home inspection. So
just to be better, be safe than sorry.
Yep, absolutely.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
So you think maybe in a year from now this will all be like less?
I don't know. I mean, it changes every day. With interest rate changing and going up, it slowed for about a month and a half. Now it's picking back up again. So you just don't have the inventory to meet the demand. So I think it's still going to be busy in another year and a half. I'm positive it is. We're super busy, which I'm grateful for.
And I know you do a lot of commercial.
Yes.
So do you like the houses better than the commercial?
I like the residential sales because you get to see some nice houses, you meet some great people. You can go
relationships.
Yeah, and you can go into a house and say, that'd be a really neat idea to do in my house, just different things.
Yeah.
I like that part, meeting the people, and then I'd only get to meet the people. It seems like a few years later they have me meet their daughter and then sell them a house. So it's all about relationships.
Yeah, it all snowballs.
Absolutely, yeah.
And the comment you made earlier too, that a lot of people when they go into the house and they gut it, it's not like we have the dining room and then we have the living room attached.
Right.
People are knocking down walls
they are.
to make it one big room.
Right.
Because half the time you're not even in the living room.
Right. You got to remember, years ago, houses were set up like an old Victorian style. They'd have a room here, a dining room here, like you said, a living room here. There's doors to all these rooms or doorways. Now they like the big open floor plan. It's good for entertaining. They can see all the family when they're cooking in the kitchen. They can talk to them while they're watching TV. That's what's in.
Yeah, it's
and
the
I'm
open
sure
house.
in 20 more years it'll go back to the little room and everything always comes around.
Just
Yeah,
amazing.
it is. Yeah.
It is. Well, do you want to leave my viewers any advice into selling or buying?
No, I don't think times are going to get any worse. I think it's going to steady out. Things always change. I think you can make it through any market as long as you have a good attitude and just deal with whatever comes at you. So if they ever need any questions answered, I give free advice. They can always call us and just call me up. So, I talk to people sometimes and they just pick my brain and then they call me a year later to have us sell their house or something. So it's just to give them advice. So.
Because if you're not pushed into it,
Right.
because you have to make that decision right now that you have to sell the house.
Sure. Right.
Whether health reasons or you're losing the house or you're about to lose the house or whatever, people do drag their feet.
Sure, they do.
I know in our house, if I decide to put it up for sale, I have to do a lot of downsizing.
Sure.
Because
you realize how much stuff you stored over 30, 40 years.
Oh my
It's crazy.
goodness,
Yeah.
really? And it's kind of scary.
It is.
I guess when you put it to one side of the room, you just don't realize it's piling up. And then you think, oh my goodness, we got a lot of work here.
Oh yeah.
Yesterday, we had a new faucet put in the kitchen, so I was really excited. I said, thank you, Jesus.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we had the business for so many years, we
Right.
really didn't do anything to the house. So I'm
Sure.
thinking, okay, so what do I want to do?
Right,
Blow it?
we see a lot of deferred maintenance in the older homes. You can tell people first get the house, they're excited, they want to do this, do that, update their landscaping, then it seems 20 years later, they're tired. The house is tired, needs some updating, deferred maintenance, things that aren't money killing, but you could tell they need addressed.
Oh yeah, definitely. Sure. Especially since you had, years ago it was the colored appliances. And now I'm sure everything's
Stainless
probably
steel,
white.
yep. Stainless steel, white, yep.
And white, yeah. They're getting away from the colors.
Right.
Well, I want to thank you for joining us today.
Well, thanks for having me.
And if you have any questions, you guys could ask Roger.
Absolutely.
And just remember, get the most for your house that you can.
Oh yeah. You're going to get the most for your house you can, but you're going to pay a little bit more for the house you're going to get.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
it's an even trade-off.
Well, thank you for joining
Thank
me.
you.
Thank you for watching us this month, and hopefully you picked up some tips about selling or buying your new house. Have a good month.